Alright, so today I want to show you Chronosphere, and Chronosphere is a complete solution for real-time data analytics, and it has two flavors. The first one is just a single CLI executable file where you can deploy anywhere for just computation, and the second one is a web control application which you can alter queries, you can start, stop, and you can observe the execution of the queries and even plot information from it. So here we have Creatio, which is our first tab. On this tab, you are able to do the data connection from the inputs and outputs and the debugging database and traces. You have in the middle the text where you input your query, where you're going to work on your query. On the right side here, you're able to run the workflow stop and even see some diagnostics as you type, some errors on the syntax right here as you are working on the query. The bottom, you have some run summary and the streaming roles just to verify that the job is running just on without any work. You can see if you're progressing on the output. Now Speculum is able to give you more observability into the execution of the query. You have the ability to select a time window to observe, or you can observe the entire execution. You have the ability to look into the query itself and how the SQL query was partitioned in different components, different operators. Here we have a very simple query, just a pass-through, but you can see it was broken down in three different components. We have a projection, which is just selecting everything, but we have an input and output. Now, with that information, we can see into the execution of every single event, and you can dive into more details. What are those events? So you have all the events on the input, you have the events into the component of the select, you have the events on the output. You can look into every specific one, you can select them and look into information related to the event on the event inspector. Look at the hops of this event. So this event is a middle, it is inside of the select, is an internal node. We have two hops, we have an input and the select and hop. You can see the parents, the children, go through all the lineage of the event, the payload information as well. But one interesting thing is you can look into the compiled graph, what the SQL generated, and dive into the statistics of the execution for that node. So first you have a node for the select, just an overview. The configuration is how the node was broken down from the clause. Then you have the statistics, which is the service time and waiting time for the events and how long an event is taking to be served and how long it takes to serve the event, so how long it is inside of the component itself. You have a specific metrics, have throughput for this node, uh, the dropped event. So if this is a filtering, you can drop events, you can filter out the events, and you can see how many events are being dropped and which are the events that are being filtered out. I have how many bytes are being processed in and out as well. Tracing is it's a bit more granular. You can enable trace, you can disable trace, you can disable metrics as well to make it faster. But once you have traces, you can look at specific information event by event, how long it's taking to serve. You have an event here, for example, has 600 nanoseconds to project, but eventually overall is pretty fast to project these events. Now, the events are being projected here, and even a window, when you have a time windows, you're gonna be able to see which window this event belongs to. Now you have Figura, which is the ability to plot the data, the input and output data, and also you have the ability to plot the actual telemetry from the engine. So the telemetry that is being generated and you're being able to look into Speculum is also available for Figura, and you can plot those data as well. Here we have the F1 telemetry data for Monza 2024. I'm plotting a scatter plotting. There are different plots as well. So here I'm looking for speed and throttle for the cars. And on the right side, the location of the vehicles. So you can dive into not only the observability of the queries, you can do the altering, observability of the query, and actually observability of the data as well. And finally, you have an AI agent which you can plug into any AI provider. Here I'm using Llama locally, but you can plug into OpenAI, Anthropic, and you can work with everything in here with the AI. The AI is able to bring all these the Chronosphere skills into the processing of the agent, all the tools, everything that you are able to do on the web controller, the agent is also able to do, but it can do more. It can look into debugging your query if you have a problem compiling. It can look into the actual observability data. If you are missing an event and you're not sure exactly why, you can ask the AI to look into the missing event and give you an idea and work through the query on how to change your query so it meets your expectations. So it's really an agent that help you go through the altering process and the understanding as well. All right, I hope you like it. Next videos, I will be diving into the specific parts of every component here. Thank you.